In this problem, we're going to solve 2x minus 2 times the quantity of 3x minus 4 times the quantity of x plus 5, all minus 5 equals negative 35. So this is a problem that really helps you hone in on your skills of simplifying and following order of operations and then solving an algebraic equation. So it's an all-in-one type of problem. Whenever you deal with a problem that contains this many parentheses or brackets, they all work the same as just a standard parenthesis. They just look different, so it's easier to distinguish them. So whenever you're dealing with one with this many, you always want to start at your innermost pair of brackets or parentheses. In this case, that's our x plus 5. We want to check if there's anything we can simplify in there. In this case, there isn't. So once we realize we can't simplify anything, we're going to go to the outside of it and check what's being multiplied to it. In this case, that's negative 4. We're going to take that negative 4 and we're going to distribute it to each term inside our pair of curly brackets. We're doing that because we are adding the terms together inside of those brackets, so we have to distribute to each term. So with this, we have negative 4 times x gives us negative 4x, and then negative 4 times positive 5 gives us negative 20. And with that, our curly brackets are removed. So we're just going to copy down the rest of the problem. So we have a 3x, a bracket, a negative 2, and then a 2x. And I apologize. I know this got very close to the edge here. Okay, now from here, we're going to copy down everything to the right of this problem. And now we're going to repeat exactly what we did before. We're going to look in our innermost pair of brackets and check, is there anything that we can simplify? And now there is. 3x minus 4x are like terms, so we can combine those. 3x minus 4x gives us negative x, negative 1x, or just negative x. So I'm going to move this a little bit further to the right to allow for more room. So we have negative x minus 20 inside of our brackets, and we have our negative 2 on the outside, and our 2x with our parenthesis. And now copying down the rest of the problem, we have our parenthesis minus 5 equals negative 35. Now that we've simplified inside of these pair of brackets, we can distribute the negative 2 just like we distributed the negative 4. So this time I'm going to start all the way from left to right, which is how I generally recommend you approach these problems. I just wanted to make each of those steps clear as we started this. So we're going to copy down our 2x. And we distributed the negative 2, so we have negative 2 times negative x is positive 2x. And then negative 2 times negative 20 is positive 40. We now remove our brackets because we distributed the negative 2, but we still have that parenthesis. And now a minus 5 equals negative 35. Now, again, we do one more check. Can we simplify what's inside of our brackets or parentheses in this case? And we can. 2x plus 2x are like terms. That'll give us 4x plus 40 minus 5 equals negative 35. And now from here, if there's nothing on the outside of your parentheses, that means there's technically a 1 there. And if you distribute a 1, you just get exactly what you had before. So we don't even have to show that step. Whenever you don't see anything in front of your parentheses, or anything being multiplied to your parentheses in general, you can immediately drop them, leaving you with just 4x plus 40 minus 5 equals negative 35. And now this is just an algebraic equation to solve. We're going to check if we have any like terms that can combine. So 40 minus 5 gives us positive 35. And that's equal to negative 35. So 4x plus 35 equals negative 35. We will then subtract this 35 from each side to get our x alone. We're working toward getting this x by itself, so we remove the addition first, which gives us 4x equals negative 70. And now the last thing that we can do to get x alone is, because we have a 4 being multiplied to it, in order to get rid of that 4, we have to divide by it. And if we do it to one side, we have to do it to the other. So we get x equals negative 70 over 4. And now we just want to check if this will simplify. And we can quickly see that it will simplify because we have an even number in the top and bottom of our fraction. So if we divide each of them by 2, we have negative 35 over 2. And now negative 35 and 2 have nothing in common, so that is completely simplified. X equals negative 35 over 2.